Our next category is the Traditionally Inspired Attire. And the Traditionally Inspired Attire will also be followed by a question. We have 8 topics that reflect the issues in our Pacifica. And each contestant will pick their topic, and then they will answer the topic answer their question straight after their Traditionally Inspired Attire performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome contestant number 1 for the Traditionally Inspired Attire, Miss Solomon Islands.
To the land and to the sea. Her earpiece is made of white pebbles, carved turtle shells, and neckline called cup. Made of turmeric, which symbolizes woman's status, wealth, and authority. The yellow and orange colors symbolize strength, warmth, and creativity of island women. Hand-printed design on the front cape is the Ongaana Pupulu, the northern star used to navigate. Back of her cape is a frigate bird, symbolizing good fortune. Her waist is adorned with patterns printed using tree carbon ink with limestone. Pacific women flourish in diverse environments. Like the varu flower, which speaks of our strength and resilience. Her attire is crafted together with love and holds many stories. On her neckline, and hand-woven shell money from Malaita, and temahua from Temotu, representing the heritage of Melanesia. The costume is made of tapa, coconut shells, and kuza intertwined with different materials. The woven mat which flows along her body reflects the journey of our ancestors. An acknowledgement to the craftsmanship of our foremothers covering the Oceania, who have kept our heritage alive through art and storytelling. As Pacific women, we are leaders in adversity. In times of conflict, we are peacemakers. The red on the masterpiece is the inspiration from feather money of Eastern Solomons. The redwood shavings on the garment symbolizes blood, life, and survival. It portrays confidence and leadership, the essence of Pacific women. The frock is made of tapa and cane, a tribute to victims of domestic violence. It also resembles a cage signifying barriers women face. The doors on the frock, white shells on the hemline represents purity and gateway to discover freedom, peace, and harmony. We are Solomon Islands. We are Pacifica.
Contestant number 1, Miss Solomon Islands. Pick a question. Miss Solomon Islands, your question topic is sports, and your question is, how do you believe sports can help promote gender equality and empower women and girls in today's society?
Thank you for the question. I believe sports can empower women and girls in today's society because it is the one unifying thing that all Pacifica people engage in. We have always been athletes, we have always been sports players. It has been passed down through us from our grandparents and our forefathers who work hard every day to make a living. So I believe sports can empower young people because we can use it as a platform to share our culture, as in the sports that we played as kids. For example, butt and run. That was the sport I played back in primary school, which is a traditionally played sports that was inspired by cricket. And these are ways that we can share stories, talk to each other in our language, and empower one another as youth. Thank you so much for the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have our contestant number 1, Miss Solomon Islands. Ladies and gentlemen, we will welcome our next contestant. And welcome contestant number 2, Miss Samoa.
Adorned in all the dignity of her traditionally inspired attire, Miss Samoa presents Litara Ieremia-Allan, the arrival of and acceptance by our forebears of Christianity in Litara's humble village of Safa'ato'a in 1830. It is testament to the foresight and visionary leadership of our ancestors who believed in the delicate and harmonious existence of Christianity and our Samoa. Depicted by the white isina and black fine mats, embellished with the pule shell, the Whengaosi, the covenant between Samoa and God, is well established, interwoven and protected by its living culture. Litara's message, through her traditionally inspired attire, is in order to overcome adversity, our Pacific people and leaders remain steadfast and hopeful, rooted in our faith, our cultural values, and the principles of God's unconditional love. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Litara Ieremia-Allan, Miss Samoa.
Tanga le upu, sai le tua le upu, o le tua fo'i le upu. O ia lava sai le tua i le amatanga, le ia whaia mea umalama. Le ai fo'i si mea tasi na whaia i le i whaia e ia. Sai a te ia le ola fo'i, o le mala malama lea o tangata.
For the question, your question, Miss Samoa. The topic is health. Mental health is seen as another prevalent health concern in the Pacific. It is a very sensitive issue due to pride, shame, and denial. How do you believe societal attitudes towards mental health can be improved?
Thank you for the question. The Miss Pacific Islands platform is unique in the sense that it has a way to permeate all areas of community life. The Miss Pacific platform has an opportunity to challenge societal norms, advocate for cultural heritage, and create a new way for our young people. What I believe can help in the area of mental health within our people is working with NGOs who are doing the grassroots work, innovating new ways to look after people struggling with mental health. A lot of the time, I believe that people struggle with mental health because, one, there's either a breakdown within the family and support system, or two, there's a loss of seeing your value. And I believe that people that are doing the work, such as faith-based organizations like churches, governments that are employing people to research mental health issues and working on policies, such as Australia that is introducing a social media ban under 16, and Fiji also looking at doing the same. It requires a collective effort for us to all work together to address the issue. Lastly, I would like to say that the Miss Pacific Islands platform stands for raising your voice. This week we have tried our best as 8 contestants, as well as our beautiful Miss Pacific, to raise awareness about issues that are important for our people. We stand for unity when we share our stories, and I believe that is the way where we can raise our voice to help our youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Contestant number 2, Miss Samoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing contestant number 3, Miss Tonga.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulder.
Miss Tonga's cape is crafted from Ngatepaeru black tapa, encompassing her entire body, with coconut sinnets woven and tied around her neck, depicting Hikuleo, the goddess of Tonga, disguising her true identity as she makes her way out of Pulotu with her hook. Like Hikuelo, Pacific women traverse the challenges of time with unwavering determination, the essence intertwined with the very fabric of our islands. In the heart of the Pacific, women stand as towering pillars of strength, embodying resilience and grace amidst the ebb and flow of life's currents. Her teki, the headpiece, features Tonga's coat of arms, symbolizing national pride and heritage. Bound by 4 strands of coconut sinnet, it represents Tonga's golden pillars of respect, humility, strong relationships, and loyalty. embodying the unity and strength of Tongan values. As she emerges from her disguise, Miss Tonga reveals with a pride and glimpse of portraying the late Queen Salote-Tupou III. The top part of her ensemble is crafted from kie, a fine Tongan mat which symbolizes the late Queen's hope in preserving this traditional weaving practice and the resilience of Tongan women who still conserves this art. Her shawl features roses made from foul plant, representing the Tongan people, and like Queen Salote, Miss Tonga carries her nation with pride and grace. The final piece, inspired by the lupe, with an olive branch, represents God's peace and the promise of renewal. Her final attire is adorned with 5,000 pearls and 1,000 mother-of-pearl shells stitched into tapa and kie, symbolizing the diversity and unity of Tonga with other Pacific islands. The shell's resilience mirrors the strength of the Pacific people, especially in the aftermath of climate disasters. As we fight together to preserve our resources, land and heritage through unity and good leadership.
And your question, Miss Tonga. Okay. Miss Tonga, your topic is culture. Some believe that younger generations are losing interest in traditional practices. If you are to be crowned as Miss Pacific Island, how can you reignite cultural appreciation among the youth?
Thank you so much for the question. Culture is known as our own identity. It tells who we are to the world, that we are Pacific Islanders. To me, I would advocate to include our youth and all the people in every communities in the Pacific and in my own country, so that they will be able to learn, to educate them, train them, invite them to all cultural events, local festivals, and most importantly, it's good to push them to cultural exchange. These will help them. I remember being part of Genesis program back in Fiji, where they push cultural exchange, where we all come in our own cultural traditions all around the Pacific to show and exchange our cultures to Japan. So therefore, my young generations, my youth, my women, everyone here in this room, don't forget where you come from. It is who we are. As Pacifica people, we are Oceania, we are one people, and we are Moana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, contestant number 3, Miss Tonga.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 4, Miss American Samoa.
Let us embark on a journey this evening as Miss American Samoa presents her traditionally inspired wear depicted on the themes of leadership, adversity, and diversity. And that through ingenuity we preserve against any and all odds. A Samoan legend recalled the journey of twins as they gained the knowledge of Tatau and upon returning to their homeland were distracted by a giant clam. As they dove to see it and resurfaced, their song had changed. Tattoo men, not women. This ideology has become a staple of Samoan culture and continued practice to this day. Miss American Samoa pays homage to the symbolism of this orated tale as the most of our Pacifica cultures rely heavily on oral histories to convey our diverse practices. As she walks forward in a structural cocoon embodying the birth or beginning, this garment is made entirely of woven bandana sleeves and printed mulberry bark laid around her as a form of protection. Her headpiece previews the legendary twins created entirely of palm fronds and sennet. As she opens her arms, she transforms into a clam, a symbol of obstacles through time and tide, as seafarers and caretakers of our lands are nod to the legends of the seas that impact our cultures and a reminder that against all odds, our ingenuity as people is to be revered. In her final look, Miss American Samoa displays a dramatically full-length gown made primarily of coconut sennet, structured with a woven corset, bodice draped in hand, beaded red lopa seeds, crested with Samoan triller feathers sustainably harvested, and mother-of-pearl species. Her overall garment is the representation of our interconnectedness. Although diverse of culture, we are still one people, connected by the seas. We are leaders in adversity. We are diverse. We are the Pacific.
Miss American Samoa, please pick your question. Miss American Samoa, your question topic is education. Why do you think it is important for Pacific students to study abroad, and do you think there are enough scholarship opportunities available for the Pacific people?
Thank you, Colin. This might be my only chance to say this, but Solomon Islands, you have some beautiful people. Do I think that there are enough scholarships available to Pacific students? Yes, but there could also always be more. Do I think that it is important for our Pacific students to study abroad? Yes, but it is also important to foster our own in our own home countries. I believe that education is subjective to the person. Where I'm from in American Samoa, we believe that a child's first place of education is within their families. O le whalea onga mo mōrta mai titi o to tonu o lona ainga. A child's first place of education is within their families. So although I do believe that it is important for us as Pacifica people to study abroad, don't never neglect the teachings that we started within our families. These teachings have carried me through my own adversities and has allowed for me to lead with humility, love, respect, compassion, and empathy for my people. And lastly, Solomon Islands and the rest of the world and the Pacific who are watching. Western education might be the only way that workplaces see the advancement and the progression of our societies, but do not ever forget the primitive knowledge of our ancestors got us here today. Your ancestors, my ancestors, they were voyagers. We can't get anywhere these days without a GPS, without technology. Can I get an amen? Our ancestors were so wise and so smart that they used the stars. That is the greatest form of education we could ever ask for. So in summary, do I think that it is important for our Pacifica students to study abroad? Absolutely. I did too myself. But I came home, back to my soil, back to my lands, and I realized that no knowledge is greater than the primitive knowledge of our ancestors that they have left to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss American Samoa. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 5, Miss Kiribati.
Tonight, Miss Kiribati wears an ensemble that embodies the soul of our islands, our heritage, adaptability, and sacred generational ties. Every element is woven with tradition infused with the spirit of our ancestors. Atop her head, a majestic frigate bird, intricately crafted from pandanus leaves, soars with grace. The sacred bird, a symbol of leadership and freedom, rises above a gleaming mother-of-pearl sun. Just as our forebearers braved the ocean's depths to retrieve this precious shell for fishing lures, today it stands as a beacon of endurance, strength, and beauty. The sun's rays, woven from coconut fiber, reflecting our sacred connection to land and responsibility as stewards of Mother Nature. Her bodies, fashioned from coconut husks and adorned with delicate shells, represent the lifeblood of our islands, the land, the sea that sustain us. Secured by 3 coconut strands, each symbolizing an unbreakable foundation of faith, family, and tradition. Draped below, intricate netting speaks to the fragile balance of life on our atolls, shaped by the forces of change. Her skirt, woven from pandanus and coconut leaves, unfolds a visual narrative of intergenerational unity, love, and femininity. 33 shimmering shells adorn its hem, representing the 33 islands of Kiribati. A coconut string belt embellished with a mother of pearl flower clinches the ensemble, an emblem of strength and grace of Kiribati women. In her hand, she wields a traditional staff lined with shark teeth, a powerful symbol of fearless spirit of women, warriors within their homes, leaders in their communities, and champions on the world stage. This attire is a declaration of the time-tested Pacific women leadership that embraces diversity and rebounds gracefully after every adversity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kiribati. This is our Pacific, our identity. This is our legacy.
Ms. Kiribati, your topic is environment and climate change. It is often said that lack of funding is another obstacle hindering our efforts to address the impacts of climate change in the Pacific. Ms. Kiribati, do you believe that the Pacific should demonstrate greater responsibility by reducing its reliance on external funding for climate change mitigation efforts, and how?
Before I answer that question, would you mind repeating that one more time, please?
Sure. Ms. Kiribati, your topic is environment and climate change. It is often said that lack of funding is another obstacle to hindering our efforts to address the impacts of climate change in the Pacific. Do you believe that the Pacific should demonstrate greater responsibility by reducing its reliance on external funding for climate change mitigation efforts, and how?
Thank you for the question. I believe that Pacific Islands should hold those who are responsible for climate change. Yes, we are resilient. Yes, we are strong. We are Pacifica. We got cultures. We got a way of life that has sustained us. But climate change, every one of us here is on the front line of climate change. Then why should we not get those who are responsible to provide, to assist in our mitigation efforts, in our adaptation methods? During my reign as Miss Kiribati, I was blessed to join the COP29, the Conference of Parties, where the world who signed up for the Paris Agreement get to meet again. And this is where I understood the importance of climate funding, climate finance. If we use this well, from the COP29, although the results were a bit something to think about, there was something good that came out of it. And that was the amount of climate finance that the developed countries have agreed to assist the developing countries, especially us on the front lines of climate change, in our mitigation and adaptation methods. If we use this funding well, and we have better access to it, I believe we can continue to be more sustainable. Of course, our cultures, our way of life, our traditions have led us all here to be united on this platform. But it don't hurt to have the assistance of those who contributed more to the greenhouse emissions, to take responsibility and assist us in our mitigations. Kiribati has a KV20, and we have been assisted well by the climate finance in mitigation efforts, although there is always room for improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kiribati. A round of applause for Miss Kiribati. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome contestant number 6, Miss Papua New Guinea.
She is Papua New Guinea, a land of 1,000 tribes, united in diversity and bound by the unshakable values of family, tradition and connection. Majestic and resilient, her beauty flows from the misty highland peaks to the turquoise waters of her islands, radiating the warmth and strength of her Pacific family. Her cape is a testament to honoring tradition, like the bilum woven by the hands of her women folks. It tells a story of resilience and connection, intricately crafted with earthly tones and adorned with coconut shells that depict the bird of paradise. The raw bilum fiber represent the land's natural beauty, while the cape's design reflects the strength of her people. Her gown embodies the essence of Papua New Guinea and the Pacific, seamlessly blending traditional weaving techniques with contemporary elegance. Its rich design transitions from dark to light tones, inspired by the feathers of the bird of paradise. Embellished with simmering mother-of-pearl and coconut shells shaped into the iconic bird of paradise, the gown celebrates the diversity and artistry of her land. The blue of her gown represents her connection to the blue Pacific Ocean that connects her to her sisters, reaffirming the strength of the Pacific that lies in unity, respect, and shared culture and traditions. Fostering regional solidarity, crowning her is a headpiece that speaks to leadership and inclusivity. Inspired by the vibrant plumes of Princess Stephanie's Estrapia, the King of Saxony and the Racheal, it is crafted from pandanus leaves and bilum fibers. It symbolizes unity with Papua New Guinea, the Pacific, and her role as a cultural leader on the world stage. As she celebrates 50 years of unity, this dress stands as a reflection of her journey, embracing her place in the Pacific, leading with inclusivity, diversity, and hope. She is Papua New Guinea.
Miss Papua New Guinea, your question. Your topic is tourism. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. This saying emphasizes the power of regionalism. How can regionalism contribute to sustainable tourism in the Pacific?
Thank you for your question. To repeat, how can regionalism contribute to
How can regionalism contribute to sustainable tourism in the Pacific?
Thank you for your question. The Pacific region is blessed. We have an abundance of culture, diversity between all our islands, from Samoa to Tonga to my country of Papua New Guinea. It is important that as a region, we recognize the importance of sustainable tourism and the impacts it has on our people. I believe that together, our region should come together to promote sustainable tourism in order to preserve our cultures. Tourism is important. It promotes our people, our languages, our diverse cultures. But it is also important because it helps our people to understand their identity and what makes them unique in the world. That is why I believe that our people need to contribute to work together to promote sustainable tourism. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 7, Miss Nauru.
Tonight, Miss Nauru stands before you in an original attire especially created for all of you in the audience tonight. In the heart of the Pacific, on the island of Nauru, there exists a traditional dress known as the Heirloom of Resilience. This garment is more than just a beautiful creation. It is a profound symbol of leadership in adversity and the celebration of diversity. Miss Nauru's stunning headpiece, a dazzling representation of hand-woven majestic frigate birds crafted from vibrant pandanus leaves, showcasing the intricate craftsmanship that embodies the spirit of Nauru. Miss Nauru is wearing her handcrafted outer garment from softened and dried pandanus leaves. This exquisite garment pays homage to the rich Nauruan tradition of ekawada, also known as string figures. As she removes her outer garment, she reveals a stunning adornment made from intricately designed phosphate pieces. Each delicate piece of rock design is a powerful statement of our wealth. The attire flows gracefully as a tapestry of cultures representing the rich traditions of our Pacific nations. Each fold creates a powerful symphony of resilience. The attire further reveals vibrant and distinct birds, symbolizing the peaceful nature of Pacific Islanders and characteristics of each culture. It serves as a reminder that leadership involves lifting others and recognizing the contributions of everyone in the community. As we embrace the heirloom of resilience, let us remember adversity, our strength, our diversity, our power. Ladies and gentlemen, your contestant number 7, Miss Nauru.
Miss Nauru, your topic is international relations. Why do you think it is important for the Pacific Island countries to have healthy international relations? Why do you think it is important for the Pacific Island countries to have healthy international relations?
Thank you for the question. I believe that us Pacific nations should have a healthy relationship with international relations. This is because although we are small, we need to work together and voice out our concerns, such as climate change, sustainable development, and economic growth. We need these bigger countries to help us because we are most impacted by climate change. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 7, Miss Nauru. Ladies and gentlemen, our final contestant for the traditionally inspired attire, contestant number 8, Miss Cook Islands.
Tonight, Miss Cook Islands unveils a breathtaking tribute to Akamaro Kuraanga, the sacred chiefly investiture ceremony honoring the timeless significance of the ceremonial garment. At the heart of this tradition lies the chief-elect's customary attire, an ancient symbol of divine endowment, bestowing wisdom, power, and authority. Once woven into the fabric of our identity, these traditions face obscurity with the arrival of foreign influences. But tonight, they are reborn. She showcases the essential elements of the sacred attire, drawing from the distinct traditions of tribes across Cook Islands. Korare, the spear, a It is carved from the resilient tamanu or mahogany tree. This spear is a token of dominion. It commands strength and leadership. Held firm, it is the mark of a ruler. Parekatu, the crowning headdress, a towering testament to cultural pride, its sheer magnitude of proclaiming her chiefly state. The cloak of wisdom, a mantle of red feathers, enveloping her in unity and signifying the tribe's collective embrace of their new chief. As the cloak is removed, the essence of the Cook Islands emerges. The black pearl nestled among intricately carved mother of pearl. Essence of the Cook Island emerges, the black pearl, nestled among intricately carved mother of pearl, delicate rito weaving and fau or kiriau plates. This rare treasure embodies her mana, her authority and her prestige. Rito shawl, a woven from the finest young coconut frond fibers, a symbol of many dedicated hands and weavers of the woman of Tonga Reva, Manihiki and Rakahanga, as a celebration of hierarchy. Papa and Titi, the bodice, a crafted homage to the strength and elegance of Cook Island women. Alas, the ascension of Au Ariki Vaine. Leadership is not merely a title, it is a calling, one that demands inclusivity, resilience, and adaptability. The greatest leaders embrace diversity, withstand adversity, and forge strength from challenges. Tonight, we celebrate not just a queen, but a legacy.
Miss Cook Islands, your topic is social economic issues. What would be your advice to your government to ensure that all members of your community are included and have equal opportunities?
Thank you for the question. I strongly believe that in this platform of the Miss Pacific Islands or the Miss Cook Islands platform, I would utilize it for the youth and the voices of our people to working alongside the government and making sure that we can invest in utilizing renewable energy like solar system or renewable power like wind power. Using this type of platform, we can get a message across to the whole world, not just our community, but every voice will be heard. I would leave you with the scripture for today from Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Me taki atu paka, kia orana e ke manuia.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 8, Miss Cook Islands.
Te heo ngak tai tēne, tai ngā o tau tapina me asu. Kāna ngā ua te pāke se hauta, hatua ni na sāka kia, tūhenu, te mai mo ngau. Kai koneni.
Thank you, ladies.